Hey everyone, Ryan here with Black Rain Ordnance and the Shooter Development Institute. And I wanted to take this glorious morning to be able to come out to the range, just finished doing some shooting. And so typically after we're finished shooting, we want to clean our rifle. And so I was just going to go over the cleaning procedures for our Black Rain rifle. What we have right here is our Fusion series. So it's in the catalog. This is white battle worn. And then it has the just the GI trigger, your MFT minimalist stock. It is a salt bath nitrate, Kamali barrel, 16-inch A2 flash hider, and a forged upper and lower. And so that's just kind of the specs on it and things like that. But it's a fantastic rifle for us to use. The M-Lock rail, slim. So I'm just gonna go ahead and break it apart and take it down, clean it, show you guys the cleaning procedures, breakdown procedures, reassembly procedures, and functions check. So after you finish firing, the first thing you always do is you want to clear your barrel. And so as you see, I have it forward. And so I'm just going to lock it to the rear. Whenever you lock it to the rear, you're going to take the charging handle right here. You're going to release that part, bring it back. And then in order to lock it, I'm just going to take down my bolt lock right here. Bolt catch, bolt release is right here. So this catches the bolt. This right here releases the bolt. Okay. So I'm going to visually inspect the chamber, clear it. Okay, it's cleared. Release it right here, like so. And now I can go ahead and take the upper receiver and the lower receiver apart. I'm going to do that with the takedown pins right here, your front and your rear takedown pin. Sometimes with the Cerakote, or if it hasn't been broken down very often, that paint in there makes it super tight. And so it's always recommended to have a punch. And then sometimes if you need it, just a hammer. And so I'm just going to take that down real quick. And it doesn't matter which order or anything like that. But if you do get some tightness on it, you can just keep that receiver a little bit together, punch it out, bring it over, and that releases the upper and the lower receiver. Now the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and take out my bolt carrier group and my charging handle. And then I'm just going to flip that over. I'm going to release this from the latch and just bring it out like so. I can take my bolt carrier group apart, or my bolt carrier group out. And then right here, if you can see where those little fins are, you have to take that out from the receiver right here with the notch that's right there, right? And that's the same thing as we're going to do when we bring it back in. So for our purposes right now, that is the upper receiver that's done. Bolt carrier group, charging handle is apart. And then on the lower receiver, again, you've got your buffer and your buffer spring. And there's a little detent right here that I have to press down. So I'm just going to press that down, but there's pressure on it. So I'm just going to bring this back a little bit, bring that down, let it override, and then grab it and bring it out. Okay. So if you hear that firing in the background, they're doing our test fires. So every rifle that is sent out, we always test fire for functionality, make sure everything's on the up and up before we actually send it out. So on the buffer and the buffer spring, you're just going to take this, and it's only on there with the spring at the end, and it attaches onto this part. And it doesn't matter what side it goes back on. You just have to make sure that it's pushed in there. All right. So take that apart like so. And for our purposes, this is field stripped. Okay, I'm going to go just a step further. I'm going to take the bolt carrier group apart as well. All right. So the first thing that we have is our firing pin retaining pin. We're going to have to take that out. And sometimes, again, it's a little stiff. And so you can take a little rod in there. You can grab that and you can bring it out. Okay. Once it's out, set it down so you don't lose it. And then your firing pin is going to be next. So the firing pin is right here. It's just going to drop out. Okay. The firing pin retaining pin retains the firing pin. Super redundant, right? Next part is your bolt key. So you're just going to push this back, and then you're going to have to turn it to the side so it overrides that. And again, that just flips out and comes out as well. Last part is your bolt itself, and you're just going to pull that apart. Now that is a completely field stripped rifle, and we can advance to the cleaning procedures.